So the first step for us to start this podcast is for you to get to know us, because I think you can only ask so much of people if you're willing to do it yourself. So we're willing to be open, to be vulnerable, to be ourselves, and to share our projects and passions with you. And we hope that then you will come on here and share yours with the rest of the Esade community. We know each other, kind of. We can talk about how we met, how we got to here, and yeah, just talk more about who we are and why are we doing this project in specific.
This is going to be a safe place for students to get to know each other, get to know themselves, being able to be to relate to us also, because we are third year students. We are studying different degrees. Maybe we have different purpose in life that we can talk about it. And I think this is why we're here today.
No, 100%.
So what's your name? What do I have to know about you? No, literally, because so we just met 2 years ago. You know that I realized that we see each other maybe 5 times a year if we're lucky. But
that's not true.
No, that's completely true. But I still get along really well with you. Because I feel like you have so many things in your life. Like I also do. But I feel like you're super organized and you always have, I don't know, I have basketball from this time to this time. And then I have a hike for my mental health. This is really...
I have a hike.
You know, this is really the vibe that you give me. Like,
I appreciate that.
We don't really know each other that well, you know? But from the impression that you share with me, this is how I see things. What is the actual truth? Who are you? Tell me.
That's big. All right, that's big to start. So, who am I? Well, I do play basketball. I play for the Esade team. I do like sports. I am in jail, which is a different degree than yours. What do you want to know that you don't know about me?
No, this type of question.
I mean, you went up to me and said, "Who are you?" So.
Yeah, but I actually told you, is the perception I have about you true?
We are trying to be vulnerable and have an open space, so I guess I'll start. Well, my priority number 1 is my family, being there for my brothers and my brother and my sister, being a good brother, being a good son. My second is being a good grandson. I love my grandparents.
So you're a really family guy. Guy. If you want to get married, go to Leopold.
Yeah, okay. I guess my second would be faith. I'm trying to focus on being faithful and trusting God's. The third one would be, I guess, academics.
It has to start with an F, because you say family, then you say faith, so then you have fun.
I mean, I love my friends.
I
spend a lot of time with my friends. I guess relationships are important for me. I want to do stuff I'm not used to doing, push my limits, go to the other side, whatever it means. Trying this podcast thing.
Why are you
going
here?
On new
why
journeys.
Are you here? Why are we speaking together? And why
are we here? Well, to me, we're here because we have a common vision, and we have common interests, and we have, a common mission to strengthen the Esade community. We both feel that students aren't as engaged with one another as they could be. We're here because we both love podcasts, which is...
What is your favorite podcast?
Quite rare. You're asking me a lot of questions. I'm going to go in the interview as well. My favorite podcast.
What? I know that you sent me one. I didn't listen to it yet.
I sent a lot of people podcasts that didn't
I never listen to them. But one time a friend of mine... Actually, when you listen to the ones I recommended you, I didn't believe it. You talked about the fact that you love basketball podcasts, but which one?
Old Man and The Three. Yeah.
The Three Guys.
The Three. I don't know. That's their name. Point Forwards. Big shout outs. Andre. The Volume. Draymond.
Are they players?
I got plenty.
It's names of podcasts.
The names of podcasts.
Okay, but the one that you recommend is Old Man and the Three.
Old Man and the Three. Yeah, with JJ Redick and Tommy Alter.
And it's personal interviews of players that talk about their daily life, or
they talk about the league,
the strategy,
they talk about
their family also.
Of course, they talk about it's a human connection thing as well. So, just like any podcast, they become more human. You don't really get closer to them by seeing them on a basketball court. You don't get to know them, and in podcasts, you can get to know their feelings, what's important to them, why do they do what they do, and just insights on the game. So it's really interesting to me. Tell me, Alice, who are you?
I love sharing with people in general. Like, I love getting to know them. I like the collaboration side. We filmed once. Maybe you can explain why we don't have the podcast anymore.
Oh, really? Do you want me to go through that trauma again?
I mean, you lived it. I didn't live it, but...
Yeah. Thank you. I know I lived it.
So we made this podcast. I was super stressed because I love podcasts, but I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to stand. But hopefully Leopold was very nice and was very patient and like, Alice, you can take your time, talk whenever you want, and we're here today. But what happened?
Here we are starting this journey.
What happened to your computer?
Well, you spoiled it.
No, I didn't say anything.
Anyways, we recorded this podcast. Beautiful, an hour and a half. Very nice conversation. I was looking forward to edit it. I had actually started editing it. And one day, on a Friday, I came to Esade in April. I actually remember the day. And I was very tired. And I went to get a coffee at the Saint Cugat station. And I dropped my bag at my feet.
What's the name of the cafe for people to know?
Yeah, if they want to know my interesting life. 365 cafe.
I have the picture in my head now.
And some dude just took my bag. So I went and complained to the police. And, Catalan efficiency, or my weak Spanish, didn't get me through. I never saw that bag again, but I let it go.
So anyway, we don't have the podcast anymore.
So we don't have that one, but we're starting this one. So
you're gonna have way more. So just keep your computer.
And yeah, you were talking about yourself. Yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so I was saying I love podcasts and I love listening to them. And my favorite one now is the one by Nude Project. They actually host entrepreneurs.
Yeah, they have entrepreneurs on the show.
Well, they have entrepreneurs
they
on the show.
Entrepreneurs.
They interview entrepreneurs on the show. And it's in Spanish, and I'm in love with this language. I wouldn't say I think I'm fluent in Spanish. I have my accent, for sure. It's called decoration. But it's super fun to learn Spanish, and you get to see people that are actually active. Because, they're actually active and doing something, and I think it's super important. And I love their idea of the brand that they created, the marketing that they do is very inspirational for me. So I really love it. And I hope that with this podcast we can share a bit our perspectives, talk with other people that are going to maybe inspire the students of Esade. I think it's a good place to talk about subjects that are maybe a bit less formal than academic records. So that's the game today. So now I'm actually co-president of Transpose. So it's the Esade Student Magazine, and it used to be a fashion magazine, and now it's more focused on the Esade student community. And the idea, as you said actually, is to gather students together and to get to know each other. Because at the end, I don't know if you realize how much we pay for this school, but I think
people realize. I think they know.
Actually, a teacher of mine told me the ratio, for 2 hours and a half. I'm not sure about the number, but it's €80, something like that per class. So it's a lot of money.
Yes, it is.
But so I kind of feel I ask myself, why do we pay so much? There are lots of factors, and I'm sure about it, more and less relevant. But I think one is the network that we can build together.
100%, yeah. And we're not exploiting that to the full extent, I think. And
depending on people. But it's true that this is an opportunity. We can enhance it. This is an additional opportunity to get to know each other. If you are super interested in basketball or on things that Leopold talks about day and
talk about other things as well.
I know, but now we're starting with basketball. You can just reach him. I'm sure he's going to be super happy to have not a coffee with you, maybe a tea or water.
What the fuck? I could have a vermouth with you. I love vermouth.
Oh my god, that's so...
Okay. No, I was gonna bounce back on what you said about Nude Project. I think it's really inspirational what they're doing, and we kind of both listened to it. You showed it to me, and I started getting into it as well. And I think this is kind of a similar vibe that we're trying to create here. We're trying to create a safe space where people can be just them. People can talk about their projects. People can, just connect with one another by listening, by being here with us. And then they can inspire each other to do what they do best, to reach out other dimensions of their lives. Exactly what you said, reach out to people and just connect on a different level. And just have fun at the end of the day. We want to
how people can
create that space for
if
them.
they're interested in like coming on that podcast, how can they come and reach us?
Well, first of all, they could reach us on Transpose Instagram, Transpose LinkedIn. They can text us. They can reach out to us on the Google Forms that we have.
It's on the link free on Transpose the Instagram. You can find it there.
Exactly. We'll link it in the description as well. And we're just getting started with people we know that are willing to come and share this experience with us, and then we'll see from there.
So how did we met?
Do you want to tell the story? Or maybe I tell the story because you came up to me.
It was in the hall of the residence, I think.
No, it was outside.
I missed the spot.
No, I think that wasn't our first interaction though. So first, anyways.
But you told me that you had an impression about me when we met.
So the first time we met, I was outside, and Alice comes up to me in a very enthusiastic way, as she does, smile on her face, and she's like, I saw your LinkedIn post on the podcast you posted. Do you want to go get coffee sometime and we talk about it? And I was like, I saw your LinkedIn post on something you did. I don't remember. On your magazine. On the magazine? Were you working on the... Yes, the first one. Dimitri.
But it's... Okay, no. Ah, see, because it was late in the year.
Exactly.
It was super late.
It was very late in the first year.
Like in April or March.
Yes, exactly. And I was
So we love LinkedIn. Add us on LinkedIn.
Yeah, exactly.
Leopold, what is your last name?
Krampe. Krampe.
Voilà, good. And me, Alice Legendre. You can also say Legende.
Nice, I like that. And well, yeah, we got to talking, we went for coffee, and we just clicked, our energies just matched very well.
No, we didn't have coffee. We had
we went to a bar.
mojito. We had strawberry mojitos.
No, we didn't.
We didn't.
No.
I think we had.
I had. Did you have a cocktail? I don't remember. Probably had water.
No, but you tried it with me, I think. But it was in the La Bottega in Saint-Pouillet.
Yes.
If you walk the...
Big up.
But if you want to go there.
If you want to go there, celebrities have been there, so you can sit in the same chairs as us anyways. So that's us.
This is why I feel like one of my best advice for people in Esade is that you are not going to know about things if you don't look for them.
True.
Like, even if there are so many things that you don't know that they exist, but they do, and you are never going to hear from it if you just don't go and dig for new things here.
I think that's the thing as well we want to enhance here is like have a better communication line for students and for announcement for stuff that's happening, because I feel like Alice is saying, sometimes stuff is going on and just the administration to student communication is horrendous, and we're just not informed. Like, I remember being a first year and like everything was new to me. I think that's obvious for every first year university student, but to have a platform like the buddy system that they implemented in first year, I signed up, I never got a buddy assigned.
What is this buddy system?
Apparently it's the, like a third year that's get assigned to a first year to show them
I asked for that
around.
as well. Nobody replied to me.
Exactly. It never worked. I don't know, there was...
We're such a bad place now.
There are a bit of cracks, but that's, I guess, in every university. We're not here to put a trial on Esade.
I feel like the administration is going to come to us. You have to delay the podcast.
I
You mentioned Esade without our consent.
No one is gonna.
No, but actually, now that we're talking about it, there is something that you need to know about. It's Coursera. It's the platform that we have access thanks to the Esade library, and you can access to lots of online courses of different universities. Personally, I tried on one on entrepreneurship. But the platform, I would recommend it, and I know that in first year I didn't know that we had access about it. And we also have access to, I think, Financial Times.
I was going to say, the Economist.
Newspapers.
And you have access to other platforms like Miro, that is really good, that we're using as well.
Is it because of Esade? Yeah.
They have partnerships.
What is Miro for? I know
Miro
we use it for
is your favorite platform.
No,
we've been using
how it
Miro
works.
to big up Joseph to prepare our podcast and organization and to get on the same page. We're still in the works of getting to know the platform, but I really encourage it. It's a nice
It's
nice
like
platform.
Notion, basically. Notion or like
it's Notion, but better.
No, this is called Your Opinion.
Yeah, of course it is.
No, I mean, Notion is great.
You took that personal.
What? No, but I mean, other people are listening to it. They need to know that it's your truth. and not everyone.
I mean, if it's coming out of my mouth, it's obviously my truth. Now, what do you want to talk about associations?
Well, I think like now that we are both of us, we are part of associations. Like it's a big part of our journey at Esade. And maybe some people that just arrive at Esade, they don't really know if it's useful. They're just scared it's going to take a lot of time, and they're like, maybe it's better for me if I just hang out with my friends because I don't know how to deal with the homework and the workload.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I wanted to say something about associations myself. To me, associations, we talked about it with Alice, but it's like running a firm with no responsibilities. You're getting responsibilities within your degree at Esade and doing something different with other people, doing something you love, managing a team, fulfilling a role, whether it be finance, HR, events, communications, social media, whatever it is. I think it's a great opportunity to go out there and try stuff. I mean, we're doing this right now with this podcast. We are interacting with each other. We're just learning how to manage people, how to work in a team, how to fulfill deadlines as well. Like on a personal level, it's kind of mini startups. And if it's something that you're interested in, I wouldn't hesitate to go in associations, because I think they can really help you grow as a student, help you grow in your search of purpose for your career, and just meet people.
Which association are you?
I'm in Transpose now. I was in Esade Marketing Club last year. I did podcasts there.
It didn't exist anymore, right?
What does exist?
It does still exist. I thought
the podcast is on all platforms.
And what was it about?
It was about marketing. It was about entrepreneurship. It was about interviewing experts in their fields.
So you were doing it.
I was doing this on my own. Yeah.
And how do you find the people to interview?
They were mostly from my network, or from I reached out to them, and I interviewed a teacher as well here at Esade, Oriol Iglesias, who's the head of the marketing department here at Esade. He wrote 2 books, and it was very interesting. The problem is that it's a bit ironic that the marketing podcast wasn't marketed very well, and so very little people have listened to it. But I encourage you to check it out if you haven't already done so. But as well, it's for me, I interviewed 2 entrepreneurs here at Esade. So that's kind of the starting to shift to what we're doing here is like, the last interview I did was 2 entrepreneurs that were students at Esade and that were starting their company. And to get to know them, and for people to get to know them and their project, I wanted to interview them using the Esade platform.
Oh, that's super.
And this is what we're trying to do this year. We want to have entrepreneurs. We want to have driven people that come here and share what they want to do.
Okay, this is weird, but I would like to try to do it standing. This is how to be. I'm impressive.
Okay, Alice has just stood up. So we have a concept we want to try to do. It's called first word that comes to mind. We do an association of words. So I say one word. The first word that comes to her mind, she has to say. That's basically the concept. So I'll do 10 and then you do 10. Okay. Impact. First word.
Startup.
Learning.
School.
Common good.
Commodities.
Innovation.
Request.
Technology.
AI.
Sustainability.
Green.
Excuse me? Green. Good. Talent.
Association.
Diversity.
Inclusion.
Engagement.
Power.
Nice. Equality.
Diversity.
Integrity.
Meaning.
That's it. Do these words mean anything to you?
I mean, the relations that they have between each other, I'm not sure about it. But like, I felt like now, you know what I just said? Like all the words now that I'm thinking about it, I feel like it's part of corporate responsibilities. Like in terms of environment and
CSR,
ethical. Yeah, I really feel like that. Like green, diversity, inclusion. Yeah.
So, do you want me to tell the link?
What?
Between them all?
So there was a link.
There is a link between them all. And it's La Rambla de Esade. All the banners. All the words on the banners.
We are not sponsored by Esade.
Well,
We are.
I know. I just wanted to try it. Do you think this resonates with Esade? These words? Do you think it's...
I didn't realize it at all. I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
But for me, it's like...
Sort of tricked you.
Well, for me, it's the basic things that big companies have to promote themselves and show to clients that they are ethical. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying Esade is not. I'm just saying that for me, it really seems like the main regulations that now companies need to have in order to compete. Is it true in Esade? Well, we have glass water bottles. Okay, then it says that it's a smoke-free campus. It's not
like
true.
Big picture.
Everyone smokes at Esade. Not everyone. Not me, not him. I just want you to know.
You know this that the mic is here. She keeps looking at the camera like it's like...
And I feel like I'm doing a show, you know?
Yeah, it's a show. It's an audio show.
No, but the big picture, honestly, I don't really know. Like, I don't really know how the buildings are made, if it's sustainable, if they're respectful in terms of the people they hire.
What's your impression, like, from you? Do you feel... Does integrity, diversity, engagement, learning, common goods, equality, all these words, diversity, when you're at Esade, do you feel like
this... But I have to be real on this, because I feel like there's few diversity in Esade.
Yeah.
Okay, there are different nationalities. This is true. There are Spanish, there are French people, there are Italian, German, Indian. Okay, there are lots of countries. That's true. But I feel like it's the very same background, most of them. Well, some of them have scholarships, but the same, like, I think that they come from the same background. They dress up the same.
Yeah, ethnic diversity as well is a bit lacking.
Well, so they say diversity, but when you enter and you go in Esade, there's not that much diversity. Then in terms of classes, I would say that I was really expecting a learning by doing. And I think you have it if you are very strong mentally and very consistent and committed to your classes. So that's depending on the people, I would say.
That's fair.
What do you think?
Yeah, I agree. I think Esade as well has marketing incentives to say all that and to say all the right things. And I think they are trying their best to fulfill what they're, setting out, what they're saying they're doing. They set the bar very high, I would say. So, but they try to get there, so... Do good, do better.
You mean in terms of their objectives?
In terms of objectives, in terms of teaching, I mean, I've seen my program, Joe, is quite new. I've seen it evolve in the last 3 years. It's been more open. Teachers have been good. The courses have evolved. They've listened to our complaints or recommendations and feedback. And Pedro is the best program manager one can have. So yeah, overall pleased.
I mean, if you remember the name of your program manager, it means that he's doing a good job. I'm not saying mine doesn't, I just think it changed over the years. That's the only bit.
Okay, you want to do 10 words for me?
But they're not going to have connections between...
It doesn't have to.
TV.
Screen.
Animal.
Guépard.
Plant.
Rose.
Inspiration.
Jamal Murray.
Water. What did you say?
I said a basketball player, but I said the most random one. Water. I need it.
Emoji.
Smiley.
Relationships.
Love.
Purpose.
Do good.
Good.
Good's better.
Promotion.
Career.
Partnership. What?
Public.
Politics.
Public and private. Politics. Power.
Meaning.
Faith.
Deep.
Thoughts.
Reels.
Instagram.
I said wills.
What?
I said wills.
Wills. My will.
No.
Wheels, like les roues.
Oui.
Wheels, car.
Let's just do a recap about what we're doing there.
Okay.
Who are Leopold.
We? Alice.
Third year GEL program.
Third year BBA.
Passionate about podcast. Me too. Represent.
Passionate about fashion. Attends, we see it, we say one thing about each other until we run out. Smiling all the time.
Wants to do the SID program.
Loves to talk.
Did a lot of volunteering.
Is really ambitious.
Is very organized.
Loves to dress well.
Has very good friends.
Oh, I appreciate that. Knows everyone on campus. Staff, professors, students, Esade, Spanish, English, Catalan section, whatever you need.
You're going to kill me. Never vomited because of alcohol.
That's not true.
But you told me that.
That was ironic.
No, but I don't understand your jokes.
Okay,
It doesn't work. It doesn't work. He just told me that he was American. And I believed him because...
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not American.
He's not American. He's living in
I
Luxembourg.
don't wish I was American, so that's good. So
He's
What?
living in Luxembourg.
lived in Luxembourg. I'm living in Barcelona.
No, it doesn't matter. I'm from
okay.
Paris. Luxembourg.
From Paris.
No, I said it already.
Okay. Has a house in Spain.
Has a sister. And he's like the big brother and he's very ambitious about it.
Has a big brother.
No, you cannot copy me. It's
Oh.
true, but you cannot copy me. That's called lack of inspiration.
Is very confident.
I think it's very reassurance. Does it work? Like that?
Reassurance.
Yeah, I think like you seem emotionally stable.
Okay, I'll take
Good
that.
to
That's
know,
good, that's
Leopold.
good. Oh wait, so it's my turn. Likes to travel. Went to India.
Went to Africa. No, you went twice to Africa?
Yeah.
For what?
I've been to Madagascar and to Kenya, and I did two volunteering projects there.
About?
Education.
Why education?
I think education is a priority in our time. In general, like it's such a privilege that we have to have had primary, middle school, high school, and now university education. I don't take it for granted, and I want to offer that opportunity the best I can to everyone, because we can't have equality if we don't have equity, if we don't have the same starting point. So to bridge the gap.
Fairly much in agreement.
Good. I appreciate that.
You know, this sentence is from one of the surveys that you have at the end of every courses in Esade. You need to do a survey, and there was one. You say if you agree with the class, if you disagree, if you like the teacher or not, and there's one response which is fairly much in agreement.
Yeah,
and
that's
I
true.
love how it
That's
sounds.
true.
I just think it looks so much like I have my
That
life
is true.
together. Like,
Likes to hike. Did the Sant Cugat to Barcelona hike.
ouais, alors, a little message of advertisement. So the hike from Sant Cugat, you started behind Esade and you go to Barcelona by foot. It's 4 hours if you end up in Gracia. It's great if you want to share a moment with your friends. Don't go on Sunday, maybe there are
Or
too
for your
many
mental
people.
health.
But yeah, it was one of my little dreams since I arrived in Esade. I heard about this walk and I really wanted to do it. And this year I found some friends that really wanted to do it as well, because I was scared that if I went alone, I would lose connections and then end up lost in the mountain. So this is the reason why I didn't do it. And now the next hike that I want to do that you already did is Montserrat.
Montserrat is beautiful. I strongly recommend it. And you're fairly much in agreement about that now.
So you said that I like hiking. Okay, good. What do I know about you? No.
Time's up.
Wait.
Time's up.
Well, it's not fair because now it seems like I lost.
Well, because you did. So that's us. So why are we doing this, Alice? Why are we doing this together?
You mean you and I, or this podcast?
Both.
You and I, because we're passionate about podcasts. We like speaking, we like sharing, we like meeting new people. So I think that's part of it. We are very complementary, like very different, but complementary.
Yin and yang.
In the way we work.
That's how we should name our podcast.
Yin and yang. Right, but then we'll have to dress one in white and one in black.
Not necessarily. It's our energy.
We need to check that. We need to do more podcasts to make sure that it's true, because we're different, but I don't know at which extent. But I would say it's fun because it's a whole work that we have to do on our friendship as well, and the way we work together, because it's the first time that we kind of work together, even if it's super fun. So that's a good learning experience for us. And
But we're not selfish like that. It's not just for us.
we're not selfish. We're sharing with people.
Exactly.
It's good for you. It's good for us. It's good for the people that come.
It's good for the people that listen.
Yeah, it's the
Hopefully.
idea. The idea that we liked, like the little slogan that we have is
aspire to inspire.
Okay, so we have different slogan because mine is inspire and be inspired. And you say aspire to inspire. So we disagree on some things, but it's fine. We're still friends and we like each other.
It's the same message. It's the same message.
And yeah, we want
inspire and get inspired. And the other one is aspire to inspire. So you get the gist. We've been talking for a while, so we'll let you be for now.
Can we have this moment? No,
so this is the final moment that we want to have. Is cutting the ribbon.
No, if you want, we're not going to stand. I'm just
of
going to
the podcast without name.
No, can we say that our inspiration? We want to call it Driven, but
Driven.
There are other people that have their podcast called Driven as well. So we're trying to find another way to call it Driven.
A unique way.
To call it Driven, huh? So Driven, but...
Well, yeah, in that idea.
Maybe you are going to find out. When we post it, you will find. So this is our moment.
So this is the... I say we do this.
No, don't do that, Leopold, profile. I need to be more in the thing.
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. Alors, this is called team building.
This is straight. What are you doing?
No, can you put it a bit up? No, don't move that much, like that. Hey,
yeah, it's good. Straight.
Don't move. Wait! Okay.
3, 2, 1. Yes!
And now
has been...
we have a little necklace. Every one of us.
So this is gonna be nailed in our rooms at the start of the podcast without a name.
Don't say without a name.
Peace.
We have an identity. You know there is a brand that's called No Name, and it's actually working really well. They do shoes.
So we need an outro. What's our outro?
Outro. What's it mean? Like bye.
Conclusion, yeah.
Okay, so we do something like that. It was nice to talk to you. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you get new hobbies. Until the next time we see each other.
What is happening? Alright, see you next week. Peace. See you not next week. See you whenever. Bye.